XM 105, Sirius 206, the Opie and Anthony channel. The Ron and Fez show starts right now.
Okay, let's get down to it, boppers.
Oh yeah, buddies. It's the Ron and Fez show, 866. Ron, Zero Fez, 866. Ron, Zero Fez. Plenty to get to today on the Ron and Fez show, but I need Chris Stanley in here.
Yeah.
What did you get Fez so upset about before the show, before I got here?
I don't know. Everything seemed
Did it? Did you?
I went to the booth, and you came in here, and I came in, and then Fez was upset, to say the least.
Apparently, somebody, matching your description, called him Willie Whitebeard.
Come on.
And I don't want that catching on.
WWB.
He's going to compose for a second, and he's going to come in and tell us both what's going on. Because I don't exactly have all the deets. It's hard for me to go, okay, the show's starting too, when I see him this upset. All right, Fezzy, what happened? What did Chris Stanley do this time?
Well, besides the Whitebeard comment.
Willie Whitebeard.
Yeah. It was just a panic attack last night that had me freaked out.
Why did you call me last night?
Because I was trying to maintain and just get past it.
You're doing a great job of it.
Yeah, I know. Then all of a sudden it explodes. It exploded last night on the street. I started crying in Times Square.
Well, do what I do and try to avoid Times Square.
It's terrible in the rain.
What made you cry in Times Square?
I was
the ball dropping, another year going by? That song?
It wasn't the gentrification.
What is it, Fez? What's going on?
I don't know. I just freaked out crossing the street. Like, all of a sudden, people were, like, way too close to me.
Yes, that's Times Square.
I was just trying to get in the subway there.
There's other subway stops. Why don't you try to avoid Times Square a little bit if people are freaking you out?
I was fine until I was there. I just feel absolutely fucking insane anymore.
There's the Times Square piece. Where did it happen at? Were you wearing your zombie makeup?
Point to where where it happened.
Just start, when you feel that way, just start yelling, "Welcome to Times Square," and only in New York. So then what happened?
So then I got myself on the subway, and I was calling around last night looking for some help, and just freaked myself out because...
How'd you freak yourself out?
Because I feel like I have to go back into some sort of treatment.
We've been saying that to you for a long time. That's the best thing for you.
And I just got weirded out by it.
What's weird?
It's just scary going in those places.
It's scary being out here, too, for you, though. It's scary walking through Times Square. It's scary going to your apartment. Everything's scary to you. You go to one of those places, and they help you with some coping skills. And what you did last time is either you weren't listening or you didn't keep going with the coping skills.
So, yeah. So I was just...
Like, here's one of the things that you've promised me a million times, that when you get to that place, you'll call me the night before, not see me as I come in the room as we're starting the show, and then burst out crying. It would have been a lot easier, and we would have had a lot more time to talk about it if you called me last night crying, and then we could have went through it. But, you know I like to come in very late. And as the songs play and you see me, you try to tell me something, you start crying. Call me last night.
I should have.
Did you get your dog?
Oh.
No, I didn't get a dog.
That was one of the things that you're supposed to do, was get a dog yesterday, dude.
Come on.
Why do you keep putting up crowded Times Square pictures?
I'm putting up a picture
you
of a
know
dog.
what? But seriously, there's a big part of this is your enjoyment.
I'm not enjoying anything.
What freaked you last night, Fuzz?
Just of thinking about going back in a mental institution and being locked in there and just worrying that I'm like so fucked up that I'm beyond anyone's help with this anxiety.
Well, you don't know that until you start working on it. But right now, you haven't been working on it for a long time. You don't even know the things that are making you anxious. And then you're not doing the things that you promised to do when you hit those points.
It's just hard to think.
So you sat in your house crying last night.
Yeah, that was like really late.
Fuck.
Who are you talking to on the phone?
I called the suicide prevention line.
Oh boy. Oh. At least it was prevention. I was just working at a straight suicide hotline, and I would say razors, or I said pills are for girls.
That doesn't seem helpful.
I didn't know it was prevention. I thought it was just suicide how-to hotline. I did not keep my position.
Did you get unemployment?
What did they tell you?
They
don't do it, man. There's so much to live for. There's flowers and music and
dogs.
What?
There's dogs.
You're bringing up dogs again, and you know he's nervous about what dog he's going to pick. That dog barely has legs.
But see, it's small. Good for the apartment.
Last night, did you watch Jon Stewart?
No.
Brian Williams came in, and they talked about their dogs that they bring to work, and how much their dogs help them, and how they wouldn't get by their life without dogs. And Brian Williams is doing like an entire, I forget what it's called, 30 Rock Center, Rock Center, Rock the Center.
Rock Center.
All about people who take dogs to work. And I was like yelling, this is Fez. I go, that's Fez. And I'm going, then I just drifted off to sleep, and I'm going like this. I'm so glad Fez feels so much better about himself. And little did I know, he was down there dogless.
Here's some puppies.
Stop putting up pictures of puppies.
So
that was the only thing that got you upset?
I was just asking where I should go and what I should do, and they just kept saying, go to the hospital now if you feel like you're going to do something.
Did you feel like you were going to do something?
No, I didn't feel like I was going to do something other than just freak out.
Yeah, you're the last person to have to worry about killing himself.
Yeah, I mean, and I made that like abundantly clear when I was talking to them that, trust me, I don't want to die. That's one of the things I'm freaking out about. So this was like at about 3:30 in the morning.
Did you wake him up when you called there? Oh, man, do you know what time it is? Call back in the morning. I'm sleeping. Let's go over here to Keith. Keith, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hello, everybody. Fez, sorry to hear you're going through all this. Fez, do you think you'd feel better if you were in a different place, like if you had family in Florida? Do you think you'd feel better if you were in Florida with the anxiety?
I'm anxious no matter where I'm at. If I go visit Florida, I'm anxious.
Hurricanes and alligators?
Is it possible for you to do a remote broadcast from home until you feel better?
I don't know if that would... I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not comfortable in my own home.
Well, I wish you well, pal, and I hope you get the help you need.
So you don't want to do a remote from there? How about a remote from the Nut Hut?
If they would let me, I would do that. They're very weird about cameras, and you don't even get a cell phone in there.
This isn't TV, so they don't have to worry. It's radio. Just like when Fez is doing the show with us, and you hear in the background, whoa! I want my cigarettes!
Oh, hell yeah.
Could you do me a favor and call that suicide hotline? I know that they tape the calls and fucking give it to us so we can play on the show. Can you get your own tapes?
I can let them know about what time I called.
Yeah, that would be fucking great. So Rob Cross, zero help to you. Thanks, Rob.
Good work.
Way to go, Rob. We asked you to do one thing, make Fez mentally stable, and that's it.
Good fucking job.
And find us new cool bands. That's it. That's the two things.
What else, huh, buddy? Really dropped the fucking ball.
Here's our little friend, Shreka Love. Hey, Shreka.
Hey, buddies.
Hey.
I'm sorry Fezzi's having such a rough day, but I've been thinking about it since yesterday, and I really think Fez has to get a dog.
You got to get a dog, dude.
Get the dog.
Or two.
Yeah.
When you're out of the house, they can be friends with each other.
You don't want
I
to
was
be
really
lonely.
depressed a couple years ago, and I got a fluffy little white, delicious puppy, and he has made my life so much better. I honestly love my dog more than any human ever.
That's good
He's
news.
so great.
You know what we should do is just do like the Dogs of the iBank thread where everybody can put up pictures of their dogs.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
I already post so many pictures of my dogs, people think I must be crazy.
they're crazy. Forget about it.
Getting
You
her-
think- They think you're crazy. Show 'em Fez.
He's fantastic. Oh, I think Fezzy should get a Maltese Bichon mix. He's white, he's fluffy. All the gay boys love him. I'm always picking up gay boys when I'm walking down the street. It's a
does
great
help,
way
Fez.
to meet
Send me a
people.
picture of that kind of dog.
I'll send you one, Fezzy. He's
And-
so sweet.
And pictures of the gay boys for him. That's the dog?
Yeah, this is it.
Fez, you're going to really have to keep that dog clean.
Yeah.
You're going to be scrubbing out its ass a lot.
Well, he goes to work.
He
with
looks
me.
high maintenance.
So are you.
No, he's
We keep
easy.
you.
I take him to work every day. He's so sweet. I love him.
All right, talk to you later, honey.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
You should get an Irish Wolfhound. They're like 6 feet tall. They're awesome.
You fucking should get one, man. And
That's a fucking
Irish,
great dog.
With all the Irish bars in town, you'll fucking go in and get free drinks.
Hell yeah.
Just like guys that go in and fake an accent and get shots. When I'm over here from the old, here you go, hey, can I buy you a drink?
Come on, you're fucking authentic, dude.
I wonder, like, if we could go to Europe and just go into Yankee bars and fucking,
Hey, I'm back.
hey, yo, hey,
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 how about another?
hey, where's the free shot? Bum. So they tell you what kind of dog to get?
No, I didn't talk to the suicide
So
people about the dog.
You don't even know what was freaking you out last night?
No, it's like it started when I was like trying to go home, and then I do know what was freaking me out. It was after I made that phone call, and I was just worried about just being so completely fucking nuts.
Who did you call?
The suicide people.
I thought you called them at 3:30 in the morning.
I did, and that's
Well, what started this?
what started it was the freak out in Times Square on the way home, and I got myself back together enough, and I was like doing all right until the middle of the night,
Oh, okay.
and then it just dawned on me again.
What dawned on you?
Just that the panic in the street and the panic in the apartment and not feeling safe in the apartment, not feeling safe to go outside to
Yes.
get away from it.
What you need is coping skills or medication or something to keep going. You're just in this years-long holding pattern that Rob Cross is enabling you with. We all know that.
That's all he's doing.
Yeah, because if you do one good thing, he's like, "Yay, everybody, look at Faz, I'm putting another star up here."
Thanks, Rob.
Why do we even have a refrigerator in here? And why are Fez's pictures up on it? That's what I don't get. Dan, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I was just calling to say to Fez how nice it must be to have the luxury of making up all these problems instead of having some real ones. Maybe if he wasn't coddled and could get a real job and worry about making a mortgage payment or something like that.
Tough love.
would
Going
be
for the
so
tough love angle. Are you making these up, Fez, so you don't have to do work?
No.
Because you don't have any work done today? Is that why this is made up?
No.
Nothing that you wanted to talk about? I don't know, Dan. You're tough love. Oh, look at that dog. What kind of dog's that?
It's an Irish Terrier.
That's a what?
Irish Terrier.
You could fucking dye your beard a bit, like a little brown and orange and red.
It's got fucking facial hair. It's great. It's got like a little beard. What a good dog. It's not that big either.
Here's Al. Al, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, boys. Fez, sorry, not feeling too good here. Hey, I bumped into a guy last week at a bar. We were traveling, and he had a little dog with him, and it had a service tag on his neck for the dog. He was an ex-veteran, and he said it was a service dog to help him cope with anxiety. And he said that he couldn't leave the house without the dog, nor could he engage people. And we had a nice conversation about, a lot of things, but including the dog. And he was going to train dogs. He helped to train service dogs for ex-veterans that were having post-traumatic stress syndrome. But Yeah, that sounds like it might be right up your alley.
Seems like it's up your alley, Fez. You could be training dogs, bringing a dog to work.
Oh my God, it'd be so awesome.
We still calling him Petty, even though he's some kind of Irish bloodhound or whatever he is.
Oh, it was Springsteen was the dog's name.
That's fucking stupid. Petty. Fez is from Florida. Fez was born in Gainesville.
All right, Petty it is.
His real dad's Steve Spurrier.
Fucking nuts.
Craig, Arizona, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez. How's it going?
Good.
Hey, Fez. I've talked to you before, buddy. I'm a licensed therapist out here in Arizona.
You don't know what kind of therapist you are. You don't know whether to tell people to relax or do sit-ups.
Well, I got to be honest, I'm a little nervous talking on the radio. This isn't what I usually do, but Fez, I got to say, buddy, I think it's long past time that we need to, you guys need to think about, putting you in somewhere where, you can be monitored on a daily basis. You can do medications with a real psychiatrist. They can see how you react. Not having you on your own, because I want to remind you that, in the middle of a panic attack, whether you intended hurt yourself or not, you are actually, possibly have the potential to hurt yourself. Like, we see people that in the middle of a panic attack fall off balconies, wander into traffic, all that kind of stuff. So I would just like to throw that suggestion out there.
How long will you go in for, Craig?
What's that? I would not put a time limit on it, Ron. I would leave it open-ended until, the doctors, and I say psychiatrist, I'm not a psychiatrist.
Right.
I would say a psychiatrist can, really get the medications in line and see how he reacts, because I know Fez has issues with the medications. And, maybe under the supervision of an MD, he can, really see what medications work for him, what don't, mixtures, that kind of stuff. So,
Craig, do you know any good places on the East Coast? I know you're out west, or I'd send them to you right now.
No, I've pretty much lived out on the West Coast my entire life, so no, I don't know anything out East Coast that I could recommend specifically, and I don't know if I'd even want to, because it's very specific, but
that's the thing. It's very hard for him to find a place, and his therapist seems to be, I don't know whether there is like a medical term for this, but like a fucknuts, where he wanted to send Fez into a rehab, and I'm like, well, Fez deals with anxiety and depression. He hasn't had a drink in 17 months anyway because of his meds. I think that he does need some kind of medication and to deal. I think he needs coping skills for anxiety.
But I need some sort of program that's like anxiety focused.
Right. Yeah, and Fez, they are out there, and I hate to say this, Ron is exactly right there. A lot of the medical term is fucknuts in our industry. And Fez, I got to be honest with you, I've been a fan of the show forever, and this guy's not helping you, and you really, really need to be someplace where you can be under, pretty much 24-hour supervision, where, especially the medications can be monitored, and, you aren't a danger to yourself. I know you don't think you're a danger to yourself, but people in anxiety attacks do hurt themselves, and not intentionally at all. But, I know when you get in the middle of it, you just said you had to compose yourself to get home from Times Square, so, you realize, what if you couldn't compose yourself? I just have to recommend. I really wish. Maybe I'll get in, talk to some people and stuff, and see what we can come up with as far as good places.
That would be great, dude. If you would help out a little bit, that'd be fantastic.
Sure. Thank you, Craig.
All right, talk to you later. All right, so good news, Fez. You're gonna get in and all. And here's the thing too that'll make you feel better. You will come out TBA.
What's that?
To be announced. TBA.
Oh.
That's when they'll let you out. When you can finally pass the secret test.
Oh boy.
That makes me real. I know it absolutely has to be done. But it's scary of that open-ended thing.
You don't even have to worry about it. Because I know how insurance works. I ain't gonna leave you in there too long. And you could always call me. You know how to dial with your toes? In case you're in a fucking straitjacket.
I'll start practicing.
Have you ever been in a straitjacket?
I've never been in a straitjacket.
Cozy.
I got locked in the room one time at Four Winds. But other than that, that's the most refined, I can't even think of the word.
It's refined.
Restrained.
No, it's refined.
She's very classy.
Very, very refined.
And that was because another patient was being kooky.
Here's Lady Trucker.
Yeah, Fezzy doesn't need a dog. I'm his bitch.
You know what? I just don't fucking need it today, alright? Call Sam's show and talk about E-Rock farting. It's more your speed, okay?
She banned?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely banned.
Whoa. Sorry, Lady
If I
Trucker,
can
you
start
got
cutting
banned.
any stress out of my life, we'll start right fucking here.
Fez, can I talk you out of banning her?
No.
Is there anything I could say at all?
There is not. No.
Oh, jeez.
No, she
I'm
picked
sorry.
the wrong day to call in with her fucking stupid-ass comments.
That's, maybe she could just have one more chance.
No.
Maybe
no.
just one other
What if she
time
has a
that
spy
she
report
can.
or something?
No, I'll do something proactive here, and she's banned.
That's what you need to be, is proactive. I'm going to give you something here. It's called Proactin Tinactin. And I want you to take it anally.
Oh. Kick with the mouth?
No, won't work there. It's ass medicine. Sean, you're on the Run of Fez show.
I'd just like to point out that last night Fez was everything that scares tourists about New York. A scraggly gay man crying, walking down the street while talking to the suicide hotline.
Just looking nuts.
And the weird thing is, he probably wasn't the top 100th craziest person in Times Square. Don't be shedding AIDS tears all over people either, Fez. It freaks them.
Well, I don't have AIDS.
Well, we'll see after the testing. Sometimes you can get it from anxiety. You're doing good, though, Fez. TBA. And you picked up on none of this today. I get it as I'm coming through the door.
I did not see it.
How come you guys don't just have a conversation like
We
two
were
friends?
talking in the morning. We
How come you don't tell them, hey, I'm a little edgy, and when the song starts to the show, I might start crying?
Because I didn't think I was going to.
Dave, West Virginia, you're on Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody that can help Fez might be the doctor that helped that dude from Saturday Night Live that you interviewed that was all messed up for all those years. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, you know what? Daryl Hammond is just like Fez in so many ways, except for, he can really do a lot of great voices and stuff. And he's a consistent writer. But do we have one of his books laying around? Because one of the places that he went to, the one that really worked for him, was in New York City. The one that really got him straightened out. And he's off all medications. I mean, he was on a bunch.
Right.
But I think he's off everything except for Wellbutrin now. And he was seriously crazy. The diagnosis was crazy as a shithouse rat.
Jesus, man.
A rat that lives in a shithouse.
That fucking rat's crazy. Why would it live in a house of shit?
Is there one of the books around here?
Yeah, we got a couple of them up in the office.
Who can we send up there, Hicks? Who's our best of
Anna.
those?
Send out Anna.
I trust Anna.
Is going to grab that book.
Anna is going to be the lifesaver who saves Fez's life. It was actually a good call there.
Look in the cabinet over Hicks's desk.
Who are you talking to?
Anna.
She already left.
Oh.
She's on it.
How weird. Adam, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, I just wanted to call and say, I'm 22 right now. When I was 18, I had a paranoid fear that I was being followed all the time. Everywhere I went, I couldn't go anywhere. I could barely leave the house. And I finally broke down and went to therapy, and I ended up going to an institution. And I dropped out of college, had the full ride to an Ivy League school, dropped out. It's the best decision I ever made in my entire life. I'm so much happier. I'm clean. I'm not drinking as much.
Adam?
I'm not drinking at all. Yeah.
Do you hear somebody on the line with us? There's like a clicking.
What?
There's somebody listening in on this conversation.
Do not fuck with me.
I'm
like
not
that.
fucking with you, but I know this is what I do for a living, and there's some kind of clicking.
These are all...
I thought I heard a man talking. You didn't hear it?
No. That was the stuff that happened to me all the time.
Hold on, they go, now he's calling radio stations. Send the car.
God damn it.
No, I'm terrified.
We all are. You went and fucking blew this whole thing, Julian Assange. You Julian Assanged all of us. Get out. Get out.
What are you in a fucking...
Find a fucking safe house.
Find the Ecuador's ambassador's house, wherever the hell that guy's in right
Shot in the
now.
back of the head.
Now we're all fucked.
Good work, Sean.
That would be the kind of guys you're hanging out with. Guys that you can freak out by just saying, do you hear a clicking noise?
That guy's not going to have a good week now.
You know, we do the advice show with you all the time, Fez. There's so many fucking times that we've given you great advice and you don't take it. One of them years ago, and we've told you time and time again, is that you need some asset in your life to fucking boot these demons out. I think once you get to hell and see what they're doing and see that it's not all that bad, you'll be able to deal with it. Just go in, man. Ride the fucking snake.
Oh, yeah.
The ancient snake is cold. Feel it, Fez? That's you behind you. The real you. Not this fucking shell that you've been carrying around. The real you. Oh, by the way, when you want to trip with me, Hicks, when I can just become that fucking dude?
That'd be great.
You know, Hicks and I got in this conversation yesterday, and you still enjoy any kind of hallucinogenics? You don't turn them down?
Not as much as I used to.
Right.
I'm a little bit more hesitant, but I have to. But I'll yeah. You give me something, I'll eat it.
See, here's, especially if it's free, right? Here's the thing. Hicks has never had the experience of acid and animated films. Now, one of the reasons is you don't want to do fucking acid and go to Toy Story or fucking any of these stupid new things.
Pixar.
They're not built for that.
No, they're pretty straightforward. They're not like
right. They're not.
out.
Yes, they're not. There's the occasional one that you can run to. So Hicks, after we talked about this yesterday, we spent a little time over at the Terabang putting together a list for you.
All right.
And this is animated films that you may want to watch on hallucinogens.
That's a yes. If the may makes me want to do it even more.
Now, I think most of the time with this, you got to look backwards. Because, like I said, you don't want to fucking go to Brave and you're tripping, and what's the point of that whole thing?
Yeah.
You want to, here I'm going to put up one of the first ones. Okay. And that is because the idea of this came while the guy was tripping.
Oh, shit.
Harry Nilsson was tripping, and he said he looked at trees and realized that they all came to points, little branches came to points, all the houses came to points.
Oh, man.
So he wrote The Point, and it's this movie about everything that's pointed. Every head is pointed, everything is pointed, except for one little boy with a round head, and his name is Oblio.
This is whacked the fuck out, dude.
This is another thing that helps very much here, music. So there's a great soundtrack of Harry Nilsson songs, but it's definitely something that you may want to get into. Now, do you have a big screen? Because I prefer...
I have a big-ass monitor, computer monitor.
How's the sound?
That's great. I have a good sound setup on my shit. I watch everything on my computer, so I made it nice.
To me, the best way is to be in an actual theater. That's just me. So, The Point. Are you in or out?
I'm in.
Fezzy, Asset in The Point?
I'm in at this point.
Whoa.
I think, believe it or not, you're Oblio. You're looking around and you feel like you don't fit in.
Right.
Like you have a round head in a pointed land. Now, one of the biggest things that kept Oblio sane was Arrow. His dog. His pointed dog.
Oh, this is all fucking coming together.
It's like it's the Fez Whatley story.
This is it.
By the way, these are up on the iBang if you want to check them out. add anything to them at all. Like someone wrote in the opening credits for the new the Aqua Teen shows. Interesting idea, and they are somewhat trippy. They're certainly not as long as you need.
No, that's
when
like
you're
fucking
taking this.
10 seconds or 15
Yeah.
seconds. No,
This isn't nitrous or fucking huffing locker room real quick.
This is a fucking hours-long commitment you're making, and you're gonna need shit to fill your head with.
Now look how that one dude, like who plays the dad.
Yeah.
Bring the sound up for it.
To read these marvelous.
By the way, that's Ringo Starr doing that voice.
Oh fuck!
But doesn't he look like Robin Williams?
Now let's see. Now here's a
That's
story.
fucking weird, man.
This is a story.
There be monsters?
Do you recognize little boy's voice?
Actually
Fez?
read to his
Yeah, okay, Dad.
monsters.
No.
Yeah, sure, monsters. Listen. Once upon a time, a long way from here, and a long way from now, there was a tiny village where everything, the houses and the carts, the bridges and the barns, everything, all had points on them. In fact, it was so full of points that even the people had points. The people.
It's weird, right?
Right there on top of their heads.
Ringo Starr is kind of soothing, though.
He is.
And it
Very
didn't
comforting.
seem strange at all.
And the music is very soothing. So this is a possibility for you. Now, I'm also going to take this even more old school. This is a film, the next one, from something like the 1930s or something. But in the 1960s, this became a midnight movie that kids used to go to, hippies would go to and trip. And it really, some people still think it's the greatest animated film of all time, but that's Fantasia. There is so many great scenes in this. Now, the other thing that's great about it is, and you need this, Fezzi, when you're going to be doing Anisette, you bring music and the art together. And yes, it is art, because this is all hand-drawn stuff,
Old school Disney.
hand-painted. And my feeling is that that's organic. It's better for you. But you're going to be Fezzi tripping balls. And one of the things that we're going to be doing while you're watching this, and just put a little bit of it on so you can see the beauty of this.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking perfect, right? That's your brain, Fez, floating around.
Come on.
That's how safe you are. You're at one with nature. You're like a little fairy, literally, going through the forest of cock. Do you know how this is going to just chill him?
It's going to make him feel good. You're fucking... This is beautiful.
It is
And
beautiful.
the music is perfect.
It is really, really nice. Now, you would not do this music without these visuals, but the fact that they go together. And there's some, like, Mother Night thing where, like, the night is... You never saw this film before?
When I was a child.
I've never seen this at all.
How could you have not seen Fantasia? You're a cartoon guy. There's actually even, like, a Fantasia 2, which is actually pretty good, but I still like the old school one. But this thing where it's, like, dragging night over... It's fucking phenomenal. And it's not trying to have some... You know, I think the good thing, if you're going to be doing any kind of hallucinogenic things at all, is you want the tale to be told visually, and then through music. You don't need a lot of dialogue.
Music is I'd say music is number one, and then the visuals make it that much better.
Yeah. And look at the color. Look how it's like friendly color, not, you know, crazy color. But not everybody is into that. And that's why our number 3, and this is a newer film, is Speed Racer.
The Wachowskis?
Yeah, the brother and sister, I guess, now.
Yeah.
The Wachowskis are a brother actor, and one of them now is a sister.
With dreads.
And this is for people, and I've hung out with these people before, who want to trip at an amusement park. They're not like Chris Stanley, where like, let's chill and weird. They want to feel the adrenaline with it.
I can't deal with fucking other humans not tripping.
So you've never been like on a fucking speedboat tripping?
No, I've never.
See, that's a different experience.
That
where
must
you've
be
never
fucking
done the car
intense.
thing where you crawl out of one side of the car across the roof and then the other side while you're doing it?
No.
It's a whole different mindset.
Wow.
It's a different mindset.
My heart might explode if that shit went down.
This is not for you.
All right.
It's for...
What the the city looks crazy in this.
Oh, the city is amazing. It's basically like an acid fucking trip, an adrenaline acid trip on film. And it's very, very weird. The critics hated it, but that's probably because they weren't tripping at all.
Yeah, that screening room, that one seems too fucked up.
You think this might be the one for you, Fez?
No,
You're traveling fast and furious.
I think maybe something less with less adrenaline.
All right, I don't know how you're going to feel about this one. Have you ever seen Waking Life?
No.
All right, Waking Life is for the people. What are you scared of?
I'm looking at it on the iBang.
Roll with it. Roll with it, brother.
Come on, you'll be on that.
Roll with it. And this is probably everybody's going to look like to you anyway when you're tripping. That's one of the things I like, that everything falls into that. But this is for people who like to trip and talk philosophy. And you got to watch out. Guys like Fez, there's always that one weak-head guy who'll fucking scream out and grab you and yell out, "How do we know we're not dead?" You know what I mean? Like that guy who might put everybody else weird.
Oh, no. It's a domino effect at that point.
But I think the Binary Dallas, this would be the fucking film for him that he would dig. You know, that you could just get into it.
Yeah, this one has that animation where it's like drawn on top of real life people, and it gives them a really frightening mask
That
look.
looks awesome.